On the hunt for the perfect 2020 fall leaf photograph. It might be harder than I thought. For this trip, I decided to take my Canon SL3 with a 70 to 200 millimeter zoom lens. There's still a lot of wildfire smoke in the air, so I knew it'd be hard to get that wide angle shot, and I wanted options to be able to zoom in to some more intimate images. And boy was I right. This first shot really didn't work out. Taken at 98 millimeters f11, the smoke was just too pronounced and the sky too washed out. Searching the view, I zoomed in all the way to 200 millimeter on these golden aspen trees in the distance. Taking it an aperture of f5.6 to blur out the trees in the background, I'm pretty happy with how this image came out. I kind of wish it was just the three lone trees without the pine tree and other aspens to the left, but this was the best I could do in the circumstances. Disappointed in the smoke, I head further down the road into the town of Silverton. Here I try my hand at street photography. Or is it track photography? I'm not sure. Either way, we head into the depot for some more photographs. Something I rarely do in landscape photography is taking my camera off the tripod, but I really wanted to be able to get a variety of images and just walk around and capture whatever caught my eye without dealing with the setup and breakdown. While my wife was shooting B-roll, I wandered around the depot looking for various things that would make good images. Color, shape, contrast, and texture. Dropping down low on the train tracks, I focused in on the back of this train car. Shooting at 73 millimeters, I kept my shutter speed at 1/80 to keep the image sharp. When hand holding, you want your shutter speed to at least match your focal length. I like this image because of the soft colors, the texture of the car, and the frame within a frame leading to the negative space of the doorway. Sticking with the frame within a frame idea, I shot this image using the same setting. The frame within a frame here really adds a sense of depth, and the red door in the background really caught my eye. Another thing that caught my eye was some of the signage on the old train cars and the texture of the wood. I shot these two images at f5.6 to blur out any of the background shining through the cracks in the carts. Running out of ideas in the old depot, I decided it might be time to head on in the town and take a shot at some real street photography. The town of Silverton is a beautiful place, and boy was it bustling today. I walked around, I tried to get a few images, but really, it just wasn't my cup of tea. I came away with these two just because I wanted some images? I don't know. This image, I don't think it's technically great, but something about the clash of times. The 2020 pandemic mask-wearing mannequin standing outside the Shady Lady brothel. How could I not include it in this video? Then we have the Hungry Moose Bar and Grill. I just like the texture of the building, the orange sign contrasting against the teal paint. It's not great, but I threw it in here because this is one of my first attempts at street photography. With so many people out and about in the harsh midday sun, I decided it was time to give up on Silverton, head back down the road, and take one more shot at getting a good fall leaf photograph. This next image has me flabbergasted and disappointed. It is close to one of my favorites. But there are a couple technical difficulties. I zoomed in at 200 millimeters on this lone branch that had colorful aspen leaves upon it. I shot at an aperture of f4 to keep the background blurry and to also blur the falling leaves in the foreground. But herein lies the problem. The branch on the left and the branch on the right reaching in just caused a great distraction, and had I waited just a split second longer, the leaves in the foreground would have fallen to below my subject matter and would just make for a more pleasing, well-balanced image. So there we have it. The trip wasn't a great success, but the adventure was a blast. I got out and had some fun with my wife and shot some more photographs. The first image was my favorite, but I fell short of coming away with that iconic fall leaf photo. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any future videos.